Russia, Russia, Russia.
Russia, Russia. Russia, Russia, Russia. Russia, Russia, Russia. Aliens.
Wow, Russia and aliens, folks. It's a big day today. And today we have an article coming from RT, our favorite Russian propaganda site. And this is a doozy. The headline reads, Aliens Wary of Putin, UK media. Okay, the aliens are wary. Even the aliens are wary of Putin.
I love this picture of Putin on the top of the...
Yeah, he's in some sort of camo wetsuit in a swamp, just kind of chilling.
Yeah, says here, Putin in a diving suit fishing underwater at a cascade of mountain lakes. Yeah, there you go.
He's got a lot of time on his hands, apparently. Intelligent life may well be out there in the universe, but it is being scared away from planet Earth by Russian troops and tanks. A bombshell analysis picked up by Western outlets has alleged in a blow for those eyeing the skies and awaiting first contact, a prominent UFO specialist, in quotes, has warned that growing tensions escalating between Moscow and the West could deter extraterrestrials from making their presence known. Speaking to notorious British tabloid The Daily Star in late January, Nick Pope, a ufologist who was even once hired by the UK's Ministry of Defence to look into evidence of alien life, set out his view as to why no little green men or flying saucers have yet touched down to spread their message of peace and interstellar cooperation. According to him, quote, highly evolved extraterrestrials probably regard warfare as something that only primitive civilizations engage in, meaning that aliens might not want to visit or engage with the human race. Quote, the Ukraine situation means we're unlikely to get an invitation to join the Galactic Federation for the time being, he said. Pope hinted that, I think is interesting, this guy's name is Pope.
Yeah, this is well known.
Nick Pope.
Yeah, Nick Pope.
We've talked about him before.
Yeah.
Pope hinted that beings from outer space may understand, however, why nations would be willing to form alliances to counter purported aggression from Moscow. Quote, aliens might wonder at the wisdom of the UK going up against Russia, but would probably realize that being in a coalition helps, he explained. Quite which planet the NATO-loving Kremlin-skeptic aliens might come from has not been revealed. Ukrainian and Western officials have repeatedly sounded the alarm of imminent invasion, citing reports that Moscow was beefing up its troops and hardware near the demarcation line. The Kremlin has consistently denied the claims. Then it just kind of talks about the Russia thing for a while. The idea that President Vladimir Putin could be scaring off aliens is not the first questionable take published by British tabloids in recent months. In late 2020, reports of it's nothing. Back to the aliens. So there you go, Gonz. That's what's keeping the aliens back. They're
mad at Vlad. They're mad at Vlad.
Disgusted by Vladimir Putin's, what was the word? Primitive behavior on the border of Ukraine. This is funny. Where was this when, I don't know, we terrorized the Middle East for 20 years for no reason, or Biden, drone striking a family with 10 children. No, it's Putin. Putin's the one they're scared of.
It is very interesting within the UFO community, the alien kind of, it's all mixed in there. A lot of new age thinking and worldview. And one of them being the Galactic Federation. It's interesting that Nick Pope is just so matter of fact, like, is he speaking like theoretical, or is he just like, no, we're literally not getting an invitation to the Galactic Federation because we're fighting and keep fighting each other.
And it's so funny because this Russia, and it wasn't even we keep fighting each other. It's Putin, is lining up troops on Ukraine's border. And it's funny because there's an aspect of this Ukrainian thing that is more rumor of war than actual war.
100%.
And so if these aliens are worth their salt, they could just look down and be like, oh, you know what? The war is not a big deal. That's kind of just more talk, more bark than bite. But man, we cannot invite these guys to the Galactic Federation because their news media is just a bunch of lies. How could we trust these people?
Either that or they're eager to get in and get working.
Yeah,
or they'll just reference
their propaganda agents down.
Yeah. Or just, tap into the ones that have been here for a while.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Like
Willow the cat.
Like Willow the cat. The other thing that's interesting is that I guess kind of like a sociological take on Nick Pope's view of things here, but this idea that there's a tangible sort of world peace because of a civilization that's larger than ours, kind of this thought process of like a tangible way to experience how peace on Earth or whatever it is that Nick Pope sees as like the trigger that will reveal the Galactic Federation of Light or whatever. It's more than ever because there have always been people talking utopia and talking like, hey, we can create this Eden on Earth, which has been a cult thing for a while. But moreover, with this alien thing and technology and everything, it feels like people will believe that we can achieve that more so. And so it just makes me wonder, like, what are people willing to sacrifice to have a crack at this quote unquote utopian kind of world where there's no war and whatever. Yeah.
Well, along the sociological lines that you're talking about, I think it's interesting how, the engineering part of this is, we could transcend into a galactic civilization if only Putin, or if only war, or if only, these types of things. As
it's
if
political, like a political vehicle.
I don't know. I guess I'm having a hard time articulating.
Because we've never had policy based on aliens, or
I guess that is the interesting part of it. There's one of them for sure.
If we're going in the direction of, hey, if we really want to join the Galactic Federation, so we need to do these changes to our governance and our people and blah, whatever the list is.
Yeah.
I mean, that is straight up just, the same kind of spiritual thing going on that we've always talked about,
especially in the context of like the Great Deception type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's lots of different theories on what aliens actually are, but, in many of them, they are not sort of benevolent creatures. In fact, they are, a part of a giant ruse being played on the human race for, spiritual and dimensional reasons. And, if only we could find some sort of world peace, then we could gain the blessings from, like, if Putin doesn't invade Ukraine and then the aliens do show up, they're like, oh, good job, Putin. We were a little worried about you there for a second. But now we can invite you to the Galactic Federation. And Putin, we have a very special seat for you here. And everybody in the world, just know that you are made from our seed. And, heaven is living in our utopic Elysium style space.
And they'll
city.
say, now, Putin, get down here, get on your horse. There's a little water here. Take off your shirt. Let us see the glory.
Yes, ride your horse and
into the water and
dive into this icy pond and catch a fish with your teeth. We know you can do it. We've seen the pictures. All right. Well, there you go.
There's also the Antichrist conversation. The L.A. Marzulli narrative with the aliens has always been, something to bring up and remind people.
Of course.
So there you go. Aliens in Russia. Who'd have thought? That's where our celestial geopolitics will begin, is with Putin.